Archive.
A collection of historical documents or records providing information about a place, institution, or group of people. Documents and records can be many things, but most people think of paper, musty paper, boxes bursting with paper, and they keep coming. And at AJC, a human rights organisation established in 1906, our archives has plenty of paper. But that's not all.
Nephews, nieces too, mothers and daddies, how are you? This is Uncle Don, all set to go, with a meeting on the radio.
You know, boys and girls, we're all Americans. And maybe you know boys and girls who don't go to the same church as you, or whose daddies and mothers speak a different language than your mothers and daddies. Well, it's a wonderful thing to know that all these boys and girls are the same. They're all Americans.
Uncle Don's All-Americans contest was the first of AJC's many World War II radio programs. Some featured leading stars, such as James Cagney, an American worker in Dear Adolf.
And we're sending you a letter 20 million workers long. It's written in steel and flame, in the planes that fly the oceans and the bombs that drop from the planes, in the ships that slide down the ways and the plants that work night and day, day and night. It's written in brains and muscles and skilled hands moving fast on the assembly line, in war bonds and war stamps and the sweat and grind of the shift. It's written in plain American, and it's signed, yours to blow you sky high, American labor.
Millions of Americans tuned in to these radio programs. Even more would watch AJC films and cartoons, such as Three Ring Circus.
The one, the only, Magnifico the Magnificent. He will do the super back and forth, up and down, triple somersault. He made it! Say, but there's Joe the Schmo. He doesn't look very happy about the whole thing. He's going to try the super somersault, too. And there he goes, and... Joe says no. Joe says no again. Oh, Joe, you schmo. Don't be a schmo, Joe, be in the know, Joe. Religion and race just don't count in this place.
In 1960, AJC and NBC produced Destiny's Tot, a drama exploring the psychological roots of bigotry. The lead was a young actor, unknown at the time, but on the road to becoming one of America's greatest film stars.
According to the information here, you've done some mighty strange things.
I've never done anything strange in my life. Everything I've done, I believed in.
If you really believe all the things you've been saying and doing, I'd say you were really crazy.
Well, that's your opinion.
Isn't my opinion valid?
A Jew psychologist?
Did you recognize Robert Duvall? We tried to get an interview with him. He never answered. 2 years later, AJC and NBC made Focus, Arthur Miller's only novel, into a TV film.
Everybody's talking about the new element, which seems to be...
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. The only reason we moved out here was to get away from that element. Now they're trailing us like detectives. That's what Pete Bailey calls them, detectives. Say, do you know the detective that owns the drugstore?
Finkelstein?
Oh, it's going to be bad.
What is?
Well, he's decided to move his relatives into the corner house next to the store.
That's a shame. I didn't know that.
Pretty soon the whole neighborhood's going to be overflowing with detectives.
The slimy neighborhood agitator was played by Tom Bosley, who later starred as the affable Mr. C in Happy Days, one of America's most successful sitcoms. We asked for an interview. He said yes. Focus was shot in a single day in a big barn-like studio in lower New York City. From beginning to end, Arthur Miller was there, watching his novel become a movie. We asked what it was like to have Miller, one of America's most acclaimed literary figures, on set. What did he say? Absolutely nothing, Bosley responded. Not one word. So, in addition to paper, AJC Archives has films, cartoons, and items we haven't had time to show you. Juden Rouse, Jews Out, the Nazi-era Monopoly game, antique pocket watches, comic books, and much, much more.
Archive.